Turn the dial, the show's begun. Where ideas spark and dreams are spun. In a world of layers and endless hue. Kern makes it all for me and you. Kern makes 3D printing dreams. Building up those crazy schemes. From plastic lines to masterpiece. This is the place where wonders increase. Step inside the workshop zone, where every print stands on its own.
What's happening, everybody?
With laughter bright
Happy
lessons
Saturday.
shared. Kern makes the magic we're prepared. Kern makes 3D printing dreams. Building up those crazy schemes. From plastic lines to
Welcome, Co-Baker, Twitch, Icerin, welcome.
wonders increase. The spools are spinning, hearts are grinning. Innovation's just beginning. Layer by layer, it comes alive. Kern
Lads, what's happening?
makes
Welcome.
the dream alive. Kern makes 3D printing dreams.
We will see what happens today.
Those crazy schemes. From plastic lines to masterpiece. This is the place where wonder increase. Wonders increase. Wonders increase.
Oh yes. And do not loop you. Don't loop song. Don't loop. It shouldn't loop. So let's get to that right there. What's happening, everybody? Oh, you guys are over here now. I keep forgetting that. Wow. How are you? It's been a minute since I've done a live for a maker stream, and I do apologize. Things just haven't been going my way. I mean, I've done a lot of gaming streams recently, but in the afternoons, my body just says, I'm done. Know what I mean? I'm starting to get better, though. I don't know if I came down with a little bug. I don't know what's going on. What's up, 3D Medic Vents? How you doing? Today, though, we are printing. No, not printing. Putting together. We actually printed most of it. Let me show you. Come here. This is one of the other pieces that I needed today. And yeah, it got stuck to the nozzle, stuck off the bed, and it almost clogged up everything, but it didn't. So yeah, don't take a nap while you're printing. So I'm doing some rearranging with cameras and so forth. So we've got some new scenes coming on. You know, that's the one we're going to be working with today. We are actually working with. Let's see here. Let's bring this up here. Go to the live scene. Ivan, what's happening? How are you? Let's see. Yeah, that scene. I keep going to the wrong scenes because I don't have them named right. Anyway, we're going to be building the open node 10-inch rack server. My guy Dan over at Maker's Mind Nexus, he built the LabRack's 10-inch rack server rack, and I wanted to build one as well. And then I had the opportunity. I'm like, you know what? I got a kid that's interested in programming. I've got all these little, think centers, Lenovo think centers. I can put one of those together, and there we go. He has a little, portable engineering setup. So that's going to work out well. And this one's actually expandable, as you can see. You can actually more than double its size, which is actually pretty dang cool. That's the reason I actually printed two of the base plates for it. You all, WWeb, don't worry about it. You are just fine. But so we're going to, let me show you some of the things I've been working on for this. Let's see. Let's go back to this. So this is the print right here that actually just got stuck. It's a customized front faceplate that I did. So yeah. I think that looks pretty sick. I also did one for my guy Dan as well. I sent him the file, and if he can't print it, then I'll print it for him and send it to him. And then while I was screwing around inside of Tinkercad and Fusion, I just decided to make this. KA18AVI, what's happening? Welcome. It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. But then we have these two pieces here. We did get this one done, and this one has not gotten done because this one over here was the one that just clogged up the entire machine. So there you go. But while we're at it, since this is the important one for the switch, we're going to just go ahead and slice that puppy right now, and we'll get it ready to print here in just a second. So let's get this going right here. Oh boy. Bum, bum, ba, bum. Why do I keep getting the wrong cameras? Anyhow, we got to put some heat insets into this puppy. This one's a little bit different. The creator is actually only using M3s for heat insets on this thing, and I was like, that is a little bit odd. Thankfully, I have an absolute ton of heat inserts, so just in case we try, it gets close to running out, we have all of them. And then if we have time during, if this gets all put together and everything, if we got time, then we will actually take the Think Center and get it up and running. Um, I'm trying to find. I've been trying all day to find my spare M.2 drive. I have a 256 gig M.2 that ran away, and I don't know where it's at. What's up, MJ? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Boing. All right, so let's get to it here. So this model is super simple. There are three pieces to this, the base model. You have the handles, which you can set in any orientation. I don't know, which should we go with? I'm kind of digging, the interior handles. So let me take a look here again. Yeah, so the way he's designed it is got the handles going on the inside, but you can make them go on the outside too. Little space saving feature there. So I think that is the way we will actually do it. And if I get up and walk around and you guys see it, feel free to make fun of me. I'm wearing my Deadpool shorts. Deadpool shorts. Yes, sir. See, this camera needs to actually move over a bit, but I don't have a mount for it over here, so it doesn't see the back of the monitor. But you guys can still see me, and you can still see the table, so that's what I'm looking for. You know what? We can do a little bit of we need some chill music in the background here. Ooh, that's a little bit loud. Tell me if that's too loud, guys. All right. So let's get some heat insets going. So this is going to be a little bit interesting because I don't have a vise to hold this up. So we're going to have to manually hold this thing, and that is just bad. But we'll do it. All right, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Heidi. All right. Oh, I forgot to clean that up a little bit. Some of the edges on this particular one didn't print right. And this one, it had a few layer issues on the back of the handle. But this one had no layer issues on the back of the handle. They were printed one right after each other. So I'm not sure if that was a printer issue, a filament issue, or a slicing issue. Either way, this is going to be a fun little build. So let's go ahead and turn this on. And let's see, we're going to set the soldering iron to 280, roughly 275, somewhere around there. So in the manual, it calls for M3 by 4 by 5. But I'm looking at this going, this is pretty thick. I can actually put thicker ones in here. Feels like 2015 YouTube videos. What are you referring to? The music? It's just some copy-free music, so. Let's, the holes still need to be cleaned out on some of these. And we're going to do the same thing that a lot of other people have done. We're going to go every other hole. One, it saves on heat inserts. And we only need to do one side of this, so. Meme Seeker, what's up, my guy? How are you doing? Welcome, man. Welcome. Thanks for the raid there, brother. Thank you. But we'll get it all cleaned up. And we'll get this thing put together. So we'll start just one at a time here. So that means we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 6. That means we need a total of how many? How many is that, chat? We need 12. So we're actually going to be using M3 by 5. Let's see. M3 by 5.5s. I think we could go even bigger than that, actually. Let's see. Yeah, we could go for a little bit of stability is good, right? Well, let's grab these out of here. How's your guys' Saturday going? So the ultimate goal in this is to actually build the extended version to give to my kid. He likes to program for video games. And, you know, the base programming you can do on anything. And I'm like, you know what? I could hook this up via the network. I've got a 40 terabyte NAS server in the house. And I could give him a Windows box and a Linux box with all the programming crap on it. These are all i5s. He's programming for, he's doing a lot of stuff for, you know, games like Minecraft and stuff like that. So, and you know, we're talking about actual mods and stuff. I mean, it is just absolutely interesting. You slept all day? You know, sometimes you just got to do that. So this is the orientation. This is going to be the front right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And use pliers. Dan was using his hands, and I'm going, oh my God. Maker, dude, what are you doing? You're going to burn the snot out of yourself. Don't do that. Be safe, guys. And one of these days, I will build a heat press. I just haven't had the chance to yet. And I need a new iron. This iron slash hot air combo I bought 18 years ago. So, yeah, 18 dang years ago, Jay. That's a long time. So this is going in a little bit cold, and I want it to be that way. That way it doesn't completely melt out the plastic. Look at that. Look at that. That's perfect. Would be perfect if I'd actually... There we go. Just noticed that the overhead camera was tilted. All right, let's get her in there just a little bit further. For those that don't know, what I'm doing is I'm putting heat inserts, screws into plastic, nuts into plastic, basically, that stay there. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I need to get a vise. I really do. And I need an overkill one, instead of like a little 3-inch or a 4-inch. I need like an 8-inch, you know, mechanic's vise. Big honking one. That is just beautiful right there, guys. Absolutely beautiful. I also need better cameras, so if anybody wants to, donate to that cause, there are cameras in my gift registry, as well as you can donate directly to me. Or you can actually just add funds to the gift registry itself. There's a gift account in there that helps me purchase things for the channel. And, the reason I didn't pre-assemble this is I wanted you guys to see what it takes to put some of this stuff together. Of course, I don't think I could use a heat press. I might have been able to use the new arm one, but like a stealth press or anything like that, I'm not sure that would work with something this tall. What do you guys think? You're a little confused on what this is for? This is a 10-inch electronics rack, a server rack. Let me show you here. We'll pause for a second. All right, so this is what we're building right here. This is the open node server rack. You can put Raspberry Pis in it. You can put little computers. You can put all sorts of stuff in it. You don't even have to use it for electronics. You can use it for just as a stand. you know, just print out the shelves. So this was done by Garrett Kinsman. It's up on Printables. It was published the 14th of July this year. What's up, Martin? How you doing? Martin! All right, so let's go back to this camera. I have one fly in my office, and he's been bugging the snot out of me all day. So we're just putting together this little server rack, this little 10-inch rack. So we have one more to put in this one, and then we have 6 others to put in the other. And I believe we have 4 that we have to put in for the base stabilizer. Perfect. Now remember, the handles are going on the inside on this model. You can turn it around if you wanted to, right? Maker Viking, what's happening, my friend? Welcome. Martin makes. I like that. Martin makes. I love it. So if we want the handles to go on this side, then on this one, we have to reverse it. So it goes like that. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And this is a real fast build itself. The actual printing time was with my settings, not with his settings, because his settings were just a little bit weak. Oh, look, there's the man himself. Movie day with the wife, lurking about. What's up, Dan? How you doing? Did you see what I sent you in Discord, brother? Havoc, we're just putting heat inserts in. You haven't missed much, man. This is the simplest 10-inch rack in existence. I am not kidding you. The man over there, Dan, built the lab racks one, and I'm like, you know what? I have a purpose for this, so I'll build one as well, and we'll put it on stream. And I just wanted to see what others out there. I mean, there are hundreds of 10-inch racks out there. This one looked interesting to me because it's an open node. There's no walls to it or anything. So, and we all need to send a pair of pliers to Dan at Makers My Nexus, by the way, everybody. You know, because he uses fingers, and you know, I don't want him to burn himself, man. Oh man. Oh, that one got a little bit skewed. Oh, there we go. See, I almost pulled a Dan. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on. I almost pulled a Dan. So if you're doing a movie night, what are you watching? I hope you're watching Happy Gilmore 2 because it's actually pretty funny. It's not the best movie out there, but it's funny. It's a good continuation with modern themes of the original. It's just really too bad that Bob Barker's dead. I would have loved to see a repeat of that fight. But yeah, this will be like the simplest build ever, other than the constant waiting for these to go in, because I'm actually running pretty low heat because I don't want to melt the snot out of it, because I did pretty high infill on these. So I believe in the manual he only says to use, what is it, 15 or 20%, and when I printed this I used 65% infill, so there's a lot of infill, and 5 walls. I should have slowed the. I think I know what happened to the handle. I should have slowed the printing down because there are some defects on the handle. I don't know if the camera can see that right now, but I'll show you in just a moment. And this was printed with tree supports. So there we are. So if you guys can see that right there, yeah, you can see it. There are some defects right there. Where my finger's at. Not bad, but it is kind of ugly. So, but yeah, this is it's a neat little rack. I mean, especially being for free. I was going to be funny and print Mandix, but I was like, I don't want to pay for a file right now. I would love to support the dude, honestly, because his work is fun. I didn't get all the supports out of that. Did I get all the supports out of that one? Yeah, those are all good. So, then we got to put heat insets in this. This is the bottom support. And funny enough, these go all the way through. Really? I didn't see that on the model. I wonder if that's a flaw. No, it's that way on all of them. Interesting. Ah, there's tree supports in the dang things. Little tree supports. It is kind of fun. Yeah, brother. If you need me to print that, I'll print it for you and just send it to you, since it's in color. But I mean, it is a layer shift, so a layer shift color, so you can do it on a single color printer, obviously. Since I know you don't have well, you do have an AMS available. You can use one of the XLs. All right, so let me look at the build sheet for this again, because that was yeah, he says it used an M3 by 4x5 heat inserts and everything. So the way this goes together is just like this. It's very simple. It's 3 parts unless you want to do the extension. But it's just like that. And then the trays hold it together. So but I it doesn't show it, but yeah, you're supposed to be using 4mm threaded rod to do this, to hold the bottom together. That seems a little bit overkill for as small as it is. If you're doing the expanded version of it, I can actually honestly see that. I don't have any 4mm threaded rod cut into, get this, 4mm rod cut into 10.25 inches. Stick inches or metrics, my guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put heat inserts in here. I'm going to put some M5s in here, and we're just going to screw it together. Because we're not holding a lot with this, right? So we are just going to do it my way. And we're just going to use the big ones. Let's see. What do I got here? I got the longer ones. Yes, I do. M5s. Let's see. No, M5 is going to be too big. M4? M4s will work. So let's try this. If anything, I've printed 2 of them, so it's you know, whatever. Fire! Where's fire? Go into your home. You can do it. By the way, everybody, I did put up the video today for the review of Central 3D Printing's ABS Plus. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That'll work just gravy. So let's get 3 more of those out, and we'll just do it that way. Hopefully, I have plenty of M4 screws. That will be tricky to find out. I should. And if you guys are wondering, I'm using a regular soldering iron because I don't own a heat press iron. Starting to now. All right, Maker. Have a good one, my bud. Thanks for coming by. Oh, oh. Oh, that one got pushed out just a little bit. It's all right, though. We're not going to be putting a ton of pressure on it. Havoc, I love their filament. How's the dew ender? I'll show you in a minute. Me and the dew ender are about ready to have a duel. The dew ender is physically, for the most part, complete. Oh no, we're going off center. Get in there. No. Press that in. It's kind of a narrow wall there. No, I've decided that work has the dew ender is pretty much it's pretty much done at the moment. We'll talk about that in just a second. I'll go into much more detail. And a lot of it is me. I will tell you guys that. A lot of the issues I have with the dew ender is me. So that's all the heat insets that we need to do. Let's put that there so it can start a fire on the desk. So let's close those up so that way I don't spill them. And then we got to get the screws out. Now, I do have a big old screw pack on the other side over here, but I also have my screw pack here. That I haven't sorted yet into the big bins. This I bought from, was it AliExpress or Amazon? I don't know. I'll find the link and I'll throw it in the description afterwards. But it was like 13 bucks for 2,000 pieces. Of course, a lot of that is nuts and washers, but there is a fair amount of, hardware in here. It's like 13 bucks. And then from Joe Mang, I needed this for the dew ender project for the extended M3s. This was like $7, and this was a good deal. This one I did get straight off of Amazon. I remember that. Oh, forgot to put those up. We'll put those in there. So let's put this thing together. Let's see. I believe I can fly. So, yep, that'll work. And these, we're going to be using, what is this? M4 by 20s. How are you doing, GTR Dad? How are you doing? This is the reason I sort screws. Because I hate these stupid tabs. I got fat fingers, man. Okay, and what did I do with the bag of washers? No. Oh, you did it again. There they are. One of my next prints is going to be one of the automatic screw sorters. Has anybody ever used one of those? You got a house full of teenage girls. You know, I know what that was like back in when my daughter was still around. And cherish it, man. It's annoying as hell, but cherish it. You look from the other side of the world, you know, the other side of life, and you go, you know what? It's worth it. You gotta go, Iceman. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Oh my. Yeah, it's definitely something I need for, you know, one of those automatic screw sorters. Because I've got two boxes just like that. Plus, I have bins, you know, full of crap like that I need sorted. Wrong driver. That's not the right one either. Houston, we're missing the driver. Uh-oh. Well, crap. Okay, so we're gonna do it this way then. No, that's M3. Where is... There it is. Perfect. We'll do it this way. We'll worry about tightening those up completely in a minute. I mean, this is literally the simplest thing I've put together probably in weeks. But it's fun. And so I ran out of this was printed in ABS, by the way. And I ran out of the Polymaker ABS that I bought a while ago. And I didn't have time to order any, and also didn't have enough money to do it. Because the Twitch paycheck was a little short this month. Uh-oh. Almost getting that cross-threaded. Houston, we got a problem. All right. We're going to redneck it. Oops. Set it up there. We'll fix that in a minute. We'll just get these a little bit. We'll give them a little bit of a tighten. You can always use a power drill or a power impact. You just got to be careful how much pressure you put on it. And make sure it's not on the actual hammer drill setting. Oh my God. That could have been real bad. Put it on a low torque setting. That way it won't strip out the plastic. There we go. And there we have it. Ta-da! 10-inch rack. The idea is fantastic, but my knowledge of networking and IT is lacking. You know what? There's always a way to start. And there's always a way to start inexpensively. So, like I said, I was supposed to have all 3 sections printed. One of them got, well, it got blobbed up. So, now, what I want to do is, I can go ahead and mount this with some washers and M3 screws, right? But what I want to do is, there is a thumb screw that you can print and glue in an M3 into it. That way you don't have to worry about anything else when you're taking it apart. But, and in case you missed it, let me show you what we got going on here. In case you missed it. Really? Okay. So I'm going to show you the one I did for Dan, and because I also did one for myself. But this is the model that, you know, it's a faceplate that I modeled and extracted his logo to put on it. You don't have the motivation to finish a Merc today, so building a server rack would be impossible. Oh, yeah. I get you. And I'll be honest, that's one of the reasons I haven't been doing a lot of maker streams. I haven't had a lot of motivation. And there was a lot of that going around. It's like there's not a lot of money to be had. So, because I'll tell you guys what happened is, like, the last 5 months, I've been averaging about 200 to 250 subs over on Twitch, and that's been paying for a lot of the stuff I've been doing, as well as some of the bills in the house. This month, I got a $180 Twitch check. Next month, if my subs don't go up, it'll be $75 because I think I have 47 subs right now. So, and I understand it's summer, people aren't, subscribing as much, they're saving their money for vacation and all that, but it does have a real effect. So, I'm not complaining to anybody about it. I'm just letting you know, there's not a lot of motivation because if you can't buy stuff, you can't do stuff. That's why I'm finding projects, things that I can do for the things I have. And I do have a filament sponsor within Central 3D Printing. So, I can't do fancy colors, but I can do some really cool stuff because they have all the good basic colors and they have the starry red. I need some of that. Really good stuff. So, by the way, go to Central 3D Printing, by the way. If you want to get into ABS, this is the most inexpensive way to get into it. Their rolls are $16.99 right now, and it is absolutely excellent. Check the winding on it, just like you do with any other filament. Make sure that it's not going to be cross-wound and you're not going to get a bind in it for the first 3 or 4 loops. I always recommend that to people, and nobody ever follows my, if you unwind it 3 or 4 loops and it doesn't get cross-wound on it, and it won't tie a knot into it. Just wind it back up, throw it through your machine. It's good. You are watching Lavelda, bro, but I'm a maker. Welcome, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So, but yeah, Central 3D. I mean, the owner, he's like, I can take negative reviews. I said, that's the only thing I can say negative about your filament is because the winding kind of sucked on the first 3 or 4 winds on it. And he's like, oh. So I actually printed it. I printed it, the ABS in, let's see. Get the right camera, man. Just chatting. Here, let me do this. Let me undo this. Boing. All right, so here you have a better view of my shop. I don't know why I have that on that setting. Let's leave it on that for now. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you. But we have the Anycobra Cubic S1 and the FlashForge Adventurer 5M. I printed it on both of them. It prints excellent, no matter which machine. As a matter of fact, there is the roll of the black still in that printer. So, it's great stuff. Typical, thank you. Thank you for being here, my friend. And I actually started printing it in open space. You're not supposed to print ABS, right? In open. Well, I printed it. I made a small model on one of the Ender 3 Max Neos, and I was actually surprised. It looked like crap because it's not heated, but it worked. Typical Jack guy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate your words there. But back to this guy right here. Wee! Wrong camera. There we go. Thank you for the follow, Typical Jack guy. Thank you. But, so this is, like I said, the project that we did today. It's super simple. All in all, between just the frame and this piece, the two sides here, it's about, on the Anycobra Cubic S1 is which I printed it on, was what? 14 hours total with my settings. Do I have any RepRap printers? Well, if you want to consider the Do Ender a RepRap, because it's, everything's on Clipper, by the way. But I really want to build a rat rig or a Voron. It's just a matter of coming up with the funds to purchase the packages, the parts needed to build it. Right? We almost had a Voron 2.4 300 project from another maker in Colorado here where I live, but he sold it to somebody else. It was stupidly cheap, $300, 20% assembled. I'm like, but it's 4 hours away from me. It would have taken a 4-hour drive. I was literally getting ready to tell my wife, we're just going to go do this. And yeah. Havoc says, check the gallery in the Discord for some 3D Central love. It's a love shack. It's a little old place where we can get together. Let's go. Gallery. See, I love that green. It is sick. Havoc, can I show this? Can I show this on stream? Sure. All right, cool. I'm going to do it from over here because for some reason, it's just your K1. Well, I know, but, it's your picture, so I always want to ask. And again, it goes to the wrong screen. What is with this today? Oh, I know why it's not showing. Hold on. Close that. Disable that. There. streamer mode. But yeah, that green is sick. I mean, that is almost comparable to the Polymaker teal. Almost. See, what do I got? It's a little bit more green. Okay, all right, I gotcha. If you share it on Discord, I can throw it on stream, but nowhere else. No, I know it's nowhere close. Oh man. But so yeah, the whole plan today, and unfortunately, printing errors happen, was to have this printed for this project, but it turned into a big old blob. And if anybody wants to build one of these things, throw me your logo, and I will happily make you a front plate for this, because I have it down to a science now. So, but we're gonna we were supposed to have all three pieces, so it would fill up. This is the faceplate mount for the Switch that I designed, and I had to remix because it was a little bit too narrow for this little switch right here. This one right here. There. And then we have the Think Center that's literally the screws are sitting on right here. And so I tried to do a test fit of this earlier. And I don't want to fully put it in yet until I have it completely built. This, let me make sure, but I'm pretty sure, yeah. So this one actually does have the drive caddy in it. I can put an SSD in it if I can find another one. And then memory goes into the back. I have a 16 gig stick right there for it. But I was hoping to use an NVMe drive. This was actually pretty sick. It actually has Bluetooth and wireless on it. And I do have one that actually has a radio module. The different, oh, you uploaded the difference. So yeah, pictures. It's really hard for me to just to tell. Yeah, there's a really big difference. So the Polymaker teal is more blue. What am I thinking? eSun's teal? Maybe it's eSun's or Anycubics. One of the. I've got some. I use everybody's filament because, like I said in the ad, I love Polymaker to death, and I love some of Atomic filament. They do some really good stuff. Ambrosia is sick. I love their stuff, but not everybody can afford that right now. So the way this thing is meant to actually go in is you slide it in, you push it in, and it's stuck right there. It's stuck. So I may end up having to reprint this or do some filing. Oh, wait. Oh, nope, I just broke it. Yeah, I don't know my own strength. Yeah, it's about 2% off. That's all right. That was only a 3-hour print, so it's off by about a millimeter here and a millimeter here, so 2 millimeters on that. So I can just remix this and shove it in there. No, I don't like Atomic's ABS, but I love some of their other stuff. Reprinted 101 scale. Exactly, Steven. What's happening, my guy? So, This is what happens with prints, by the way. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. The ones that don't, if you are, you know, like, Joel or somebody, you could go recycle them. Ironically, I could probably still use this as a faceplate for something else, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to bother. So we have the rack. It's right there. It's done. The idea is nameplate and switch. The switch will be actually on the back side. Nameplate on the front. And then 2 of these, one on the bottom, one on the top. I've got 6 or 8 of these things and a number of Dells as well. That way, it's small, it's compact, and it's just cool. I mean, yeah, Steve, it's super easy. This was just print it, put some heat insert in, it's 3 pieces, and then you print your mounts for your equipment. It's that simple. You can't find the little Lenovo machines anywhere? You want a couple? I'm going to send JPP a couple when I get his new address. If you want a couple, I'll send you a few. You'll have to provide memory and drives, though. I'll see if I can round up enough power supplies. Here, check it out. Let's set this to the side. Here, let's just set it right there. Let's see. Which camera am I on? Now, you guys, look in the top right-hand corner. There's 4 of the Think Centers and 2 Dells. And then down below, there's another 4 down there. And then there's another 2 or 3 just hanging around. And I've got a top for one, and I can't find the actual unit itself. Balsam? Thank you, my friend. No, actually, I went to the local recycling center, and the school upgraded a bunch of their stuff, and they just sent it to the recycling center. Since most of those machines aren't Windows 11 compatible, they only were certified up to Windows 10. So school systems here in Colorado, anything when it comes to technology-wise, anything when there's major updates like Windows 10 going away, like it is this year. Brad Stanton, how you doing? Welcome. But anything that they deem that way, it just goes away. So, wow, I just noticed something. All of you over on Twitch, you were freaking awesome. Absolutely freaking awesome. Guys, there's 100 people watching on Twitch right now. 100. Wow. I am absolutely shocked. Beyond measure. Thank you. So let's see. And yeah, if you're watching me walk around, I'm wearing my Deadpool shorts. You can just kiss it. I don't care. You guys want to see a little bit of a tour? Let me do this. Let's see. Yeah, it's all these stupid prompts. Okay, let me get this working here. I want to show you guys something. Maximum effort. Exactly. Let's see. Cam to cam far and the far cam. Nope, that's the wrong camera. See if I can throw it on intermission real quick here. Yeah, we'll throw it. We'll throw a camera on this. Hold on. Media categories, video capture. This one, I think it's this one. Nope, it is not that one. Sorry about the cough, guys. Mr. Castle, welcome. That's actually one of the printers, so it's not that one. I could have swore I labeled this like a normal human being. Well, it's not that one either, but I was wondering where that camera went because it just did not show up today. 147. This is the one right there. Now, if we can just get it working. Heat gun. What do you mean heat gun? All right. So let's bring this down here and bring it down there. So it's within there. So I love wireless stuff. Anyway, this is a little bit of a tour. So we have the Flashforge Adventurer 5M. We have the Anycubic Cobra S1. And here's the one GTR Dad wanted to talk about. This is my pain in the butt. The Do Ender. Do Ender. All right. So here's what the problem with this is. I have to rebuild the entire kinematic system because it stopped moving. And it's rubbing deep in there. It's rubbing really badly. So I have to rebuild this. And I'm going to rebuild it instead of using the rollers, we're going to put it on rails. So I got to wait till next month to do that. It's an ongoing continuation. It'll be an upgrade. Um, and I'm having trouble with Clipper still. The centerless homing does not function correctly. I don't know why. So, and then I also need to order a new cable for the screen because it's not long enough to reach the front right there. And then we have these two beasts. I have decided slowly we are going to do projects on each one of these to do not do ender uh, do ender projects. We're going to use somebody has already come out with a project for it with all the files and everything. I'm going to do a Max NG. Ender Max NG on both of them. And then over here, we have the little resin printer. We have a very dirty pirate ship filament. And then all of these prints. So here's the thing, guys. Whoa. Almost everything up here is going to be up for giveaway and or auction November 6th through the 16th. We are going to be doing something very fun. We have joined up with the Stand Up to Cancer campaign. So that's going to be some excellent fun. So we're going to be doing gaming, making, all sorts of good stuff. And there's going to be, giveaways. There's going to be lots of fundraising. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to grip the hell out of it because it's a good cause. So then we got some of the starships over there, and we got skulls over here, and dragons, and all sorts of crap that hasn't sold because, yeah, I screwed up on my Etsy shop. So there's a little bit of a tour through the shop, everybody. You were thinking about getting a second Ace Pro? Yeah, just get another machine altogether. It's ridiculous. That way you get another machine too. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so I've got lots of computers and stuff. If you want, you know, if you want one or two, Steven, just we got to figure out the shipping on it because me broke. But yeah, so we're having a good time. God dang. Why'd the music stop, man? Where's my music? My music. Do you continue? Why would you do that? Oh, you wouldn't believe what this thing looked like the other day. Yeah, Brad, I was seeing those. The refurbs for 100 and a quarter. There's another one that I saw that just got listed the other day for like 160 with factory warranty. I was like, ooh. So there we go. I'm gonna take the camera off for a minute and enjoy my nasty habit that I need to stop. I before stream I put a bunch of I put a 20 piece in the air fryer, 20-piece chicken nuggets. I forgot about them. I'm starving. That was an hour and 20 minutes ago. Yeah. Oh, I know, Brett. It's just absolutely. It's not even entertaining anymore. But I bought my Anycubic Photon Mono 4 for $80 on eBay. Factory refurbished with warranty. $80. The only thing wrong with it is it had a scratch on it on the hood. I'm like, okay, I don't care. And they were kind enough, they actually listed what was wrong with it, a scratch on the hood. Somebody returned it because of that. So I got a decent, is it a 10 or a 12K? I can't remember. Resin printer for $80. Oh yeah, the artillery M1. Oh, you have to. I'm gonna have to. You have to let me know what that thing's all about. I mean, it looks impressive. Honestly, it does. There is some print projects out there, some printer projects that I'm highly interested in. That I am tempted. Let me turn this down from me. Turn it down from me. Turn it down from. There we go. I am very tempted to uh, go buy a new chop saw when I have the money and just go buy a bunch of 4040 and 2030 and a bunch of extrusions, right? And just start building printers like mad because there are so many projects out there right now. I mean, we were talking about it the other day. We're talking about Phoenix. Phoenix is one hell of a project. Yeah, there's no ecosystem or pre-built profiles, and from what I've been told from other makers, now this is something I won't say myself. This is not my opinion. This is just what I've been told. I need to make that very clear. Is that there are communication issues, um, attitude-wise, with some of the staff at Artillery. Now, that's not my opinion. This is what I've been told from about 3 people. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I have never met or talked to anybody at Artillery, so I can't say. I do know that the in the manufactured printer side, and accessories and um, printer chow area, there are a lot of uh, tech support issues and communication issues corporate wise. Um, I can tell you this from my own experience. I have messaged a number of companies about certain issues or possible, partnerships, sponsorships, collaborations, to get no response from anybody for the most part. That tells me they don't care about customer service at all. Because whether you agree with what the person's proposing or not, it's just good business to send them a reply going, "We're not interested at this time. Have a great day." But to get zero response is frustrating as all hell. And now I won't name companies. One of the companies did rectify itself. It apologized for some reason. I have no idea. They just decided to be dicks to me. And I'd never talked a bad word about any of them. So I have no idea. I mean, I thrive on trying to be kind. It is what it is, right? You bought 3 years through a U.S. rep, should be good. The guy, that's nice. I like that. I mean, that's exactly right, Brad. I mean, so I'll tell you a story. The flash forge that's sitting behind me was having some issues. The first issues that it ever actually had mainboard wise. This was before I went Forge X on its ass. So I actually messaged FlashForge and I said, "Look, there's something going on with this. It's still within warranty. Can we, line up a tech session to get this diagnosed?" No response. No response. No response. So what I did is I took the back of it off. I actually found out what the problem was. I didn't fix it though at that point. And I took a picture with oh God, what was it? It's actually right here. With an SKR2. I said, "Answer me or I install this." And within like 6 hours, they responded back. And come to find out, it was a firmware update issue that they had done. No, it wasn't the SKR2. I think it was the Turbo 1.4. One of those two boards. They don't like people putting in other boards in their stuff. I can guarantee you. There's no manufacturer likes that. None of them. I still think it'd be funny though. In an absolute amazing way. And you're right. Once they have your money, most of them don't care, and that's the sad part. That's the sad part right there. But let's see, what do we got here? They don't like that we have keys to their locks. Yeah, exactly. There's no such thing. I want to point this out to everybody right here. Everybody listening right now. I want to point this out to everybody. There's no such thing as a closed source printer. With a little bit of a wiring experience and a new board, you can make anything open source. You thought you were going to have to reboard your K1, but it was a slicer issue. That's one of the things. Yeah, that there's a lot of people that have said that about the K1s. They've had a lot of issues with slicer settings. But once you have it, they work beautifully. Not with big Tree Tech boards available. Why not? Put a Manta 8P in that sucker. Guarantee it'll run better. Because it's still Clipper. Just copy all the macros. No closed source anymore. Would Yeah, I mean everything is open source if you want it to be. Yeah, get her slapping with a Kraken. Exactly. Just swap boards and good to go. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know, you don't like it. I actually was following a thread up on Reddit the other day where a dude took his entire set of bamboo P1Ps and put them all on Big Tree Tech boards. He has 15 of them. No joking. All Manta 8Ps. Oh, Steven, I could have just sent it to you. Sent you the. I could actually. Did I post the link in the description? I think I did. But yeah, so let's go to this cam. Every time you BTT a bamboo, a panda gets its wings. Yeah, I mean, that's so funny. Yeah, the guy that designed it, I mean, it's a very simple design, and I was like, wow. So on it, you could actually take the other. I printed two of these, so if I needed extra support, I could just do it this way as well. I printed two of these cross braces. Now, he only shows one in the picture, but yeah, you could do two. He actually uses 4 millimeter threaded rod to hold this together, and I'm like, you know what? Just 3D print it. You're not holding that much weight, and it'll look nicer too. Because I hate showing, 3D, you know, not 3D, but threaded rod. Threaded rod. I mean, if you're going to do that, use 4 millimeter smooth rod and actually, put a tap and die on it. Yeah, once you start adding shelves, it's self-supporting. Exactly. And the extension on it is the only thing I can think of that would need extra support. Because you can extend this thing down a long ways. And I actually plan on adding a full set of extensions to it to make it basically 10U, I think is what I calculated. But that'll be a second one, not this one. This one is going towards my kid so that he can have a dedicated programming machine. Actually, I'll probably have to reprint it because he doesn't like bright colors. He probably wants it all in black. And by the way, this is if you guys go up to my printables, this is actually up there right now. Um, no, not that one, you dingaling. Green scene? No, why are you doing this to me? Oh, yeah, I was actually going to the right scene, but it just wasn't there. There we go. I did throw the STL for this up on my other my personal, I should say, not personal, but the Captain Kern printables side uh, profile. So, warning, gamer at work, proceed at your own risk. I slapped that all together and just had a little bit of fun with it. Projects in Dad's Garage. What's happening, my guy? How are you? It was good seeing you today. Watching you this morning and the other day. You're printing a filament respooler in all black because my ABS isn't liking the Cobra S1. Why? I print ABS. That's almost all I print in the Cobra. What are we working on today? Well, we just got done with it for the most part. Let me show you. Let's show you. I'm just going to click on it because I'm just so irritated at that right now. But yeah, so we made this little 10-inch modular rack from Printables. It's from a designer by the name of Garrett Kinsman. And let me put the link in chat. I'll put it in both chats if anybody's interested in this. It's a very simple print, and it's just kind of sick. I actually have some suggestions for it. Um, we were just talking about it. Instead of using the 4mm threaded rod, if you wanted it to look nice, you could simply print a second one of these and throw it up on top. Or you could actually model this into a tray for the top for other things. Or you could use 4mm or 5mm, I should say, smooth rod, and then just put a die on it, down to a 4mm thread. That way it's smooth and not threaded. Threaded stuff is just, I don't like. What are my plans for it? So here's the plan. Here's a little 5-port switch, and I have a number of these little Lenovo Think Centers. And I actually had the holder for it, but it's just about 1% off. But the idea is to put 2 of these down on the bottom, the switch down on top, and let me go over to this right here and show you. So I modeled this today. That's going to be the front plate right there. The switch is actually going to be facing backwards towards the back so that my nameplate can be in the front. And then here's the actual model for the Think Centers and the model for the switch. So 2 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these. And what it's going to be used for is I have my 17-year-old likes to program. He wants, small game engine stuff, Minecraft mods, stuff like that. I'm going to make a Linux box for him, and one of them is going to be a Windows box, so that he has 2 development machines that he can do stuff on, and they're going to be hooked up via KVM. So I got a KVM switch over there behind all that crap that I can throw on it. So Chaos Drugger just rated the channel. Guys, 59 viewers. Guys, thank you so much, Chaos. How are you? I hope your stream was well. Wow. Thank you so much, my friend. That is impressive. So yeah, that's actually so I'm gonna have to print another one of these for my kid because I just remembered he doesn't like green and purple like me. He's like pure black. All right, so I'll print another one for him in pure black. Probably do it in starry black. Captain Chaos, what's happening? Thank you, my friend. Thank you. But we'll print another one of the. Let me go back to this camera. We'll print another one of these in pure black for him. And this one I will keep. I'm actually going to be setting up one of these for a mobile streaming rig. So going to, Remurf, or if I can get to, Illinois or whatever. He says he likes green and purple. He does? Since when? Well, then he can have this one. I'll print another one. Anyway, thank you for the follow, my friend. Thank you. But so um, so that's the plan for this, for one of these. I'm going to build one with Raspberry Pis, Pi 5s, I believe, or the Orange 5 actually, uh, with cellular setup and so forth, so I can have a complete mobile access point, switch, router, and OBS rig. And I'm going to put a flip up 7-inch screen on it, the whole jazz. That way, when we go to like Rocky Mountain or whatever, I can just set it on the table as something to see, and it'll be functional. So, it's kind of amazing, if you think about it. It really is. I'm actually going to be using, there's a project called, let's go over here. Where was it? Bellabox. This project right here. It's a software package for the Orange Pi 5 Plus, Redoxa Rock 5A, 5B, 5B Plus, anything 5 basically. That way you can have an HDMI encoder. You can have, cam links for for cameras. It's going to have a USB switch in it. Because the idea is here's what I want to do. Let me go to this camera. Yeah, that's the right one. So here's what I want to do. When I go to Rocky Mountain, Rocky Mountain next year, I don't want to reserve just a single, maker space. I want to reserve a booth. I want to reserve and pay for a booth for makers that they don't have the funds to actually pay for all of that crap. I can't afford it either, but I'm going to raise money and save money for it for the next year until it happens. And I want us to be able to sit there and live stream from our mobile studio. Literally, I want to get the canopy and everything to cover it, and to have a mobile studio, have people come by, visit our projects, talk to people, talk to the fans, all that good stuff. Big old couch in the background just for us to chill out. Because at Rocky Mountain, I noticed how freaking busy everybody was. I'm like, it would just be a really cool thing to create a space where we could sit there and stream live and chat, with people for an hour or two, and then go back out and do whatever. I don't know. What do you guys on the maker field think about something like that? The maker said, what would you guys think about that? By the way, wifey, I never went and got my chicken nuggets. They're probably cold. It's been an hour and 30 minutes, hour and 40 minutes since I put them in the air fryer. I've been having such a good time just doing this, talking to you guys, making this thing, and I completely forgot about being hungry until a minute ago. My stomach went. By the way, if you guys didn't see, we got this is about a month ago. We were up in Sterling, Colorado. I went to Harbor Freight and we picked up a couple of these U.S. General mini toolboxes. These things are actually kind of sick. Aren't chicken anymore; they're ash. Well, Yeah, probably. But I don't know. You know, and it's not just for Rocky Mountain, for Murph as well, or even was it Printopia down in is that down in Texas? I don't know. You dropped a roast on the crock 4 hours ago. I thought you said you dropped a roast. I was like, oh god, that would suck. But that sounds really good. Roast potatoes, carrots. Oh, that sounds really good. No, just uh, I don't know. Just leave them in there, and I'll just nuke them when I get done here in half hour or so. I'll survive. I'm already fat, so that's the other thing. There's a big thing, guys. I have made the decision. You got your daughter. One of the Lowe's brand doesn't have drawer slides, so it's kind of trash. Yeah, these are actually pretty nice. I mean, ball bearing slides, and they were on sale for 19 bucks. So, um, I'm going to be starting. There's going to be a second thing. You guys know I have a couple other YouTube channels. I obviously have my Captain Kern channel on YouTube here. I also have Captain Kern Gaming, which I post gaming clips and stuff from Twitch as up to, and then I have Captain Kern Stories. I'm going to be starting to use the Stories channel a lot more. Um, this has got to go away. This, guys, I'm 48 years old. I'm 280 pounds. I need all the help I can get. I was supposed to be down to 220 by July. I went down to 260 and gained it back. I was at 300 when I started that. I'm restarting my weight loss journey. So, yeah. Just realize how many subscribers you have here. Nice job. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Um, yeah. If all of my my Twitch followers and my Instagram followers would and TikTok followers would transfer over to YouTube, it'd be 250,000. You're at 210. You're 5'9". I'm 6'1" and 280, my friend. I need help. I am so fat, and just being this large increases the amount of pain that I'm already in. So, I just want to live a better life. I want to be able to live longer too. It should be in the link tree, yeah. Thank you, wifey. Thank you. Yeah, over on Twitch, we're right at 96,660 right now. I think it was the last time I looked on TikTok, it was close to 60,000. Instagram was 69. I don't know. Let me go look. Instagram is 61,900. And TikTok is view profile. Oh, TikTok is only at 36,700. I must have lost a few since I don't post on it all that often. How long have I been doing this? So here's the thing. I'm going to tell you the story of how this happened. I've been doing this for a very, very long time, but that didn't happen. None of this really happened, and Blitz just nailed it right in the face, right there. Just saw the video of Loving Penguin. Hope I reach 100K soon. Thank you, my friend. So there's a TikToker and Instagrammer that he came to my stream back in, I think it was January or February, and he sent me a donation of $500, and ask me a few questions, just like your regular chatting, right? About a month and a half later, I get notified by the thousands on TikTok that there's a video of me. I'm like, what? Oop, we got a thunder bumper above us. Anyway, so I get notified that there's a video of me. And finally, I searched and searched. I couldn't find it. And I finally got tagged in it. And because I started getting followers like mad. I mean, my my Twitch channel jumped from a couple thousand to, like 25,000 in like a 3-day period. So this gentleman named Loving Penguin, Kind Penguin, he goes by a bunch of different names. He takes this and makes a clip out of it, and he made it viral. Um, and it was all about the heartbreaking story, obviously, of the loss of my daughter. And I have absolutely loved everybody's kind words, and I love everybody for the follows and the support they have shown myself and my family for it. But I will tell you this, it's been a double-edged sword because I have a degree in marketing, digital marketing actually. And I can tell you this, it kind of messes with the analytics and how platforms promote you. Thank you, man. Thank you. But so I gained, between every platform that I'm on, we're almost at 300,000 total. And it's been a wild ride. But it's like right now, 16,000 followers. We just hit 16,000, by the way, in the last 2 days on YouTube, and I completely didn't even notice. But we have a stream of 10. So YouTube goes, that's a little odd. And same thing over on Twitch. My average Twitch stream in the morning is generally between 10 and 15. Burning your chicken is the worst thing a parent could do. Jesus. Havoc. Thanks, Heidi. But it's been a positive and a negative because it's put so much stress on me. Because people actually expected me at this point. A few months ago, I had a mental breakdown. My wife was very witness to it because I completely freaked out. I couldn't think of anything, any content to make. It was just I went into a tailspin, a mental breakdown tailspin, because of the sheer amount of pressure being put on me because of all these new follows. I mean, the messages, most of the messages were really great, but there was also the message in there, let's see more content, let's do this. And then I'm like, I'm broke. What do I do? I can't afford to go buy cameras to go make this thing portable. I can't afford to do this. I had to come up with ideas, and I completely had a mental breakdown over the whole thing. And a couple days later, I came back to the realization that I'm going to do what I can, and I'm going to do what I love. So many people out there was like, you need to go play Call of Duty. You need to do this. You need to make this. You need to do this. And no, I'm going to do what I want. And if everybody follows along for the ride, God, I love you for it. If not, then I'm sorry I can't make you happy. I've seen too many people burn out on YouTube and Twitch over the years because of that kind of pressure. And, it's just, funny. By the way, at 16,000, how much do you think my YouTube paycheck is per month? This is a good question for everybody. Everybody's like, man, I was told this for a long time. Once you hit 10K, man, you start rolling in that dough. I got 16K. Tell me how much my YouTube paycheck is. As a matter of fact, I'll show you in a minute. I'll continue doing me. I'm not changing for anything. I used to play a character when I was doing gaming full time. I used to play a character, and that completely ruined me. And I'm too old for that crap. As my sign over here says. Wait, the camera can't see that. Dang it. No, I can guarantee this. One of my friends, Squid, makes a hell of a lot more money than I do on YouTube. I'll tell you this. My Twitch paycheck for last month was $180. But for the last 4 months, the 4 months before that, I was averaging between 500 and 800 a month. And the maximum I had was 250 subs. I mean, exactly. You know, you got to do what you do. Squid is she's killing it, man. She is absolutely killing it. But you know, I'll show you guys how much I make. Then I'm going to tell you something that's going to blow your mind. Everybody says start with YouTube. You can make money quick on it. No, you cannot. Here's my analytics. That's what I made this month. Let's go back for the last year. I have never gotten a paycheck from YouTube. Putting in all this work, and I've never gotten a paycheck. $30, and that includes the super chats and the memberships that I've gotten on YouTube so far. $30 for the last 365 days, and technically only the last 3 months, 3 or 4 months count. So this is how the kind penguin, loving penguin video has a negative effect. Because people go to your channel and go, wow, 16,000. He's got a lot of subs. Doesn't mean anything. Without the actual views to back it up, it doesn't mean anything. You have to box with Mike Tyson to make some dough. You know, I'd be down for that. I'd be down to stand with Iron Mike, especially if he performs like he did the last time. I can take a punch. Either way, you get paid just to be in the ring, so I do it. I mean, I'm already busted up. You know, the only thing he could do is probably off me in the ring. Yeah, I mean, there's so if you guys, if anybody's really interested, there's a couple of good books, and I'd be willing to link those in my Discord of how the YouTube analytics AI actually works. And every other platform has a similar system, and it's completely different from what everybody tells you. They say, "Oh, you need the likes. Oh, you need this. Oh, you need." No, what you need is people to sit there and watch. And watching for 3 minutes out of a 30-minute video doesn't give you what you need. If you create a 30-minute video, you need 21 and a half minutes to make any sort of rad revenue and make actual impressions on the analytics. That's the truth. And it's been that way forever. Sure, they change the way they promote people and so forth like that, but that's the actual base of how you get paid. Projects in Dad's Garage, I can guarantee you we can get you monetized. But I'll tell you this, it's easier if you want to make a few bucks to just move to Twitch or simulstream, simulcast it. And there's a misnomer out there, by the way, everybody. You can, yes, you can dual stream, as long as if you are a Twitch affiliate or partner like I am, as long as you make them the primary channel, it's pretty simple, and they're happy with it. I mean, you're not wrong, Brad. You're not wrong. The mobile app is kind of jank, but so is YouTube's mobile app. So, brother, you Project Dutch, if you want any help with this streaming crap, just let me know. I've been doing this since 2016. I mean, there's not much that I don't know, honestly, and I'm not trying to brag. It's just I've been there, I've done that. You know, I have dual streamed, I have dual PC streamed. I have done all sorts of crap. It's just I want to see everybody in the maker community. I want to see everybody succeed. And, just knowing part of the situation that you're in, you need it more than everybody else right now. You need it because this is what you, this is what when watching your stream, you enjoy it. If I could stand up full time, I would be standing up, walking around and doing that. I mean, it is so awesome that, you have the ability to do that. And I look forward to your table build because this table right here, this is actually one of those tables. I just put a piece of half-inch plywood on top of it. I literally screwed a piece of half-inch ply down to it so it actually wouldn't look like a plastic table. But it sure is. It sure is. There's a tablecloth on it, and there you can see the plastic. By the time you're done, I'm not standing anymore. Well, see, by the time I get done with this stream, you know what's going to happen to me? I'm going to go lay down on the couch because I can't sit up any longer. So we're in the same boat, you know? Oh, it's just so fun. So anyway, guys, we're almost at the 2 hour mark. I am starving and I need food. And you know, I want to do more of this. We're gonna do some short form videos of putting these little racks together. Yeah, that plastic Walmart table is gonna collapse any day now. I mean, yeah, that's the reason. The legs on mine are JB welded together so they don't collapse, and the plastic is. This is a 20-year-old table, so we bought it for camping 20 years ago, and it sat outside for 10 years of that. But I'm gonna go eat some dinner, guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your evening. Um, I don't know if I'm going to do a game stream tomorrow or not. I might do a Dune stream. My hands are still not steady. So I don't know what's going on with them, but playing PUBG is a nightmare for me right now. So yeah. Um, but I'll post some stuff in your Discord about some of the projects that I'm working on. It's not. Did somebody break my link again? I thought you were already in my Discord. Hold on. Here, we'll just throw a new invite. No, no limit. Why does it always do that? Generate link. Copy. Believe me, Heidi, I was concerned myself, but I actually did pretty well. I went to sleep, pretty early though. There you go. That link should work. Throw me a friend invite and um, what have you. I'm not sure what that was, but okay. But I'll throw you some. I've got some CAD projects that I've been working on. and I think you'll be interested in a couple of them. One of them, funny enough, is a new table. So, and it's kind of an epic table, but that one's going to take a lot of money to build. Anyway, guys, gals, ladies and germs, it's time for me to go. Have a great rest of your evening. Peace out. The captain's out of here. Love y'all.